All right, here we are back again with this scene. So what I'm going to show you now is just some basic making it nicer kind of stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is set up item shapes on the controllers because I don't know about you, but I really don't like the default shape of Lightwave nulls. So that's the first thing I do is change them. So it's pretty easy to do. You just go to the properties and go to the item shape thing here. Pick one. I'm going to use diamonds because diamonds are forever. And I'm going to make them small. And I'm going to fill them so that they're a solid color. I'm going to copy that, Alt click to select all of them, and paste into. And now all of them are, uh, yeah, diamonds. Uh, Now the other thing I might want to do, although I might not do it for every bone in this video, but I'll show you like how I do it, is make those little lines that connect it to the hand. So I'll do that, and let's say we want the, what is that, the left arm goal. Make a little line there, do the same one with that one. Left arm goal. And we can, for this guy, we could target the elbow. I'm going to target a hidden um, bone that's in the FK rig, so, or in the IK rig. So it's IK would be left arm 2 actually is what it is. It's like, it's left arm 2 would be that one. So now I'm not going to do that for all of them right now because that's not really what this video is going to be about, because there's more stuff that I need to show you that's more pertinent. But that's that. So the main focus of this video is going to be this guy. It's called ikfkMaster4. Dun, dun, dun. And what this is it's my tag editing tool. So if I select something, you can see that it's got a tag. It's got a tag. It's called ikfk equals fatcat underscore ik underscore left arm underscore goal underscore up. And this is the tag that ikfkMaster reads to know what to do with it. You notice the nulls have them, the bones have them. It says multiple, so that has fatcat. They tell you what it is. The nulls actually have names that are the same as 12. So like this guy, if you look at him, he's actually got the same null. The name is the same as the tag, but it doesn't rename your existing bone. It didn't rename my existing bones. Now what it didn't do is there's other parts of this character that aren't tagged as anything. And in order for them to participate in the ikfkMaster rig, they also need tags. At least they have to have the first part of the tag, the owner. The owner is that fat cat. So ikfkMaster needs to know that this bone and that bone are all part of fat cat. So what we can do is we can select this, grab this tag, copy it, select the others that we want to be part of this. Actually, I'm not going to select all these. I'll show you why. ikfkMaster works in that it ignores bones that are locked. Bones and nulls that are locked, it pretends don't exist. So if you want something, which made sense to me, I thought if it's not locked, it's probably a controller. And if it's not a controller that you're not going to animate, you probably should lock it. So these things here, which are really just holder bones, I'm never going to move them. I'm actually going to lock them. Let's select all 3 of them. Right hip and lock them. And I'm going to hide them so we never have to think about them ever again. So those are dead to us. We don't care. This guy, in the animation, I actually made a null that I used instead. I'll go ahead and do that too. Actually, I think that's better. So I'm going to make a null, and I'll call it center of gravity, fat cat center of gravity, fat cat center of gravity. Boop. And I'm going to go ahead and take this, move it up here. I'm going to make a copy of it. And the reason why I'm making a copy of it, I'll explain to you. So I'll make a copy of it right there, and I'll name that copy fat cog, I don't know, local or something. Who knows? Not important. And I'm going to take that and to FatCat Cog local. I'm going to put it under there. And right now I'm going to lock this for a moment and hide it so we don't accidentally select it. So this guy, the cog local, I'm actually going to take the bone here and I'm going to use the assign tools, which I have assigned to a key hotkeys. So I'm going to store that bone, select the local, and assign same as rotation, same as position. So let's assign that, right? I'm just going to key it. And now I'm going to unassign them because I just did that temporarily. All I really wanted was that bone to have exactly the same rotation as position, or that null to have the same rotation and position as that bone, which means it has that rotation under the FatCat cog. And so then I'm going to just do the opposite, actually. I'm going to select that guy, store that selection, and I'm going to select the bone, and I'm going to paste the rotation and the position world space. So now, this guy, I'm going to hide that now, hide it, and this guy is now texture shape solid. The cog is now the controller. And I'll go ahead and give that guy a item shape that's nice. Turn this guy off so it doesn't interfere. So that's actually something with both this and ikfkMaster. I'm not exactly sure why it is, but sometimes when they're active, hotkeys like open panels won't work. That's one of the things I'm going to try and fix, but all you got to do is turn them off and turn them back on later when you're done whatever else you're doing. You can still do everything, it's just the hotkeys that don't work. Don't ask me why, I couldn't figure it out, but that's just the way it is. So item shape, let's give this guy the ring, the ring or something, like a ring. It's actually about the right size, and fine. I'm actually going to make color him yellow. I like orange for controllers that are both IK and FK. Makes sense. I like colors that are green for IK and red for FK, and whatever's in between is yellow. You don't have to use those colors. I just like those colors. And they have no bearing on the functionality, of course, except that obviously red is better. Yeah. So now this guy is also covered. I don't have to deal with this guy ever again. He's not important. So that bone. So let's go ahead and lock and hide that. So the remaining bones, however, this one, those three bones. Why can't I select that one? Oh, did I accidentally lock it? I might have accidentally locked it. Yeah, body 2 I locked. Not supposed to be locked. So those three bones, not that guy, these three bones and this guy are all part of the rig. They're controllers that are part of the rig. I'm going to be using them to animate. So I'm going to make those yellow too because, you know, I like yellow. Or orange. They call it orange. I don't know if it's orange. I think it's more yellow, but sure. Yeah. So let's get back to what we were talking about with the tags. Manage tags. Sorry about that. Right. Okay. We got the tag here, right? We need that kind of tag here. So let's copy that tag. Let's grab that, and let's just add a new tag, and let's paste in that name. Now, obviously, that's not the left arm, so let's rename it just like FatCat Cog. Cog. Right, so, and let's just copy that and paste it into these bones here. Not that bone, these bones. So add an egg and paste tag. And you see now all three of those bones are called FatCat Cog, but they're not the center of gravity, so let's change that. And here's where things get interesting with this TagMaster tool. I've got this thing called parse mode, where depending on the identifier, like if this were, say, I don't know, fish or something, it doesn't show anything. But since I know that the name is ikfkMaster, or ikfk equals, if I use that as a tag identifier, every part of the tag is shown as a separate tag. And so I can edit those independently. So I can, for all of them, I can say, well, that's not a cog, that's a spine or something. So let's call it spine for that one. There you go, spine. Now they're not all the spine, of course, so those two are, let's say, the clav. So clav. But wait a minute, that's a right and left. So let's add a new tag here, and let's actually rename that. Let's call that one clav or clav. And so we got two clavs, but let's make that one a left clav or right clav, and let's make this one left clav. So if we turn off parse mode, you can see what it's actually made. Each of these has a thing, and we can turn back on parse mode and select them. We can see what, they're all part of FatCat, but then there's multiple groups, and this one's called left clav. In fact, I'm actually going to, it doesn't really matter. They can be called whatever. These, since they're not part of the ikfk system, the only thing that's really important is that they're part of the same owner. They have FatCat up there as the first thing. Now, I could have just renamed them the same thing, but that wouldn't work for the bones because, well, for reasons I could explain later. But in fact, actually, these should probably, technically, these should be called something else, but it doesn't really matter because these don't have an ikfk. Normally, if you look at any of these others, they're called FatCat bones, left arm 1, left arm 2, and that technically these should be called bones according to the rules I set up, but because they're not governed by anything, it doesn't really matter. They just need to have the same owner, so we'll leave it like that. And that means that now, because prior to doing that, if I was using ikfkMaster, editing this guy, if I did sync ikfk, it wouldn't do anything, but now it does because it knows it's part of that character. So that's an important step. So that's that. And this tool, the Manage Tags tool, is turn off that too. The Manage Tags tool is what I used to get the Genoma rig to work with ikfk, which I've shared on the website, so you can find it and you can take a look at it with the Tag Master and see exactly what I've done. I'm not going to go through that in this video. I might do a video later on of maybe taking that super popular ikfk plus rig that they added in Lightwave 2019 in Genoma and modifying that to work with this. I might do that, and if anybody needs some help using this to do that, I can. If you can't figure it out looking at these instructions, which are starting here. Let's see. Here's the setup. It tells you basically all the stuff you need to know. You need what the names need to be. It tells you, whether or not you need to use tags or names. It tells you all that stuff, and then it tells you how to set up the match nulls, which match nulls are important because that's what basically tells your IK goals where to be when you want to match poses. It's kind of a brute force way to do it, but it made sense to me because I wanted this to be very agnostic. I didn't want to try and analyze the FK and try and figure out where the goals were supposed to be in the IK. I figured it would be better if the user just set that up explicitly using nulls. Yeah, so that's that. That's kind of the final setup, kind of making it all nice and purty. Obviously, it could be purtier, but here he is. He's working like he's supposed to be working.